Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Iggy's Toy Parade and Soldier Review. This is your host, Iggy, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about when you buy parts on eBay. Now, this Blockhouse was what I was actually after, and it came with a small assortment of pioneers and Indians and some gate pieces, a corner blockhouse, and some ladders, and a couple Ford accessories. And this one here is broken, but that can be fixed. I just need get some super glue and attach this piece here to here. And then I have my little counterweight bucket for the whale. Wow, I just started and already I'm doing the stumble mouth stuff. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was after this blockhouse. I love these blockhouses. They towards the end of the run of Fort Apache, they issued the fort with just a blockhouse like this. So these were produced through the 70s. They first made their appearance, I think, with the Rin Tin Tin Fort Apache, but I'm not sure. This book here would tell us exactly. I recommend this book to you. It's called Marx Fort Apache, the King of Playsets. Now, Marx themselves referred to Fort Apache as the king of the playsets because it was so profitable for them. And they actually, throughout the corporate life of Marx Toys, they produced the Fort Apache. It's their most popular playset. But if you're curious about, what came with what kind of box did it come in, and what sort of pieces, this richly illustrated book will tell you everything that you need to know. Yeah, I like it quite well. It's been very helpful to me. Anyway, I was looking for the. Oh, you know what, guys? I didn't say at any rate. I said anyway. Hey, there's something new. Now you can possibly glue these pieces together if they're not fitting well. You can see I have this gap here, but I could probably snap that together better to close that out. I'm just turning it around so that you can see the back side. I've been in a blockhouse similar to this. They're pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having a house like this. It'd be kind of neat. Now, they're very easy to assemble. This I just sort of laid together. This is 3 different pieces that I'm holding right there. We have this and this little cupola, and then the roof piece, which I'm sure I'm not putting on there correctly. But it comes, I think, how many pieces was there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, 5 pieces, 6, 7. But you can see it's a nice scale that fits with the figures. Now, on one of my other blockhouses like this, I have one of those Garrison guns I showed you with its barrel sticking out there. Now, because I was after this, I didn't care about these things because I have a ton of these figures. But these are actual Marx figures, which was, or are they? When Mexico began producing Marx figures, they didn't. They neglected to remove the Marx stamp that you see there. They did on these, though. These are not marked in any way. You see that? It's just plain. So, look at this. I gotta show this off. When you buy these figures, the game bird is always missing. So it looks like he's got a clenched fist walking along the road, and I'll show you an example of that. I think I have one here that's missing. Is it this one? No. Well, maybe I don't. This is also unusual. See the tomahawk that he's holding? That's always broken off too. And quite frequently, the barrels are broken, the top end or the bottom, depending on its treatment while in storage, is broken off. I've seen one of these where he's swinging a stick because this part of the rifle is missing. So it's really interesting the different kinds of things you end up with. Now, this guy looks like Larry Storch from F Troop. Who was it? Corporal Agarn? I wonder if that was intentional. I used to love that show. Do you guys remember F Troop? I used to love that show. And the butterscotch Indians, they're a nice. I wasn't looking for these, but it's a nice addition to the ones I already have, so I'm not complaining by any means. A lot of times it's hard to get the horses because if you have a little sister, she always takes your horses. I don't know why they do that. Maybe that's not so prevalent now. Uh, but back in the day, your little sister would take off with the horse. At least they left your figures alone. And look at this. Here's a piece that came with the eBay order. Ford Apache. And I thought, since I have this, why not set this up? I'm just going to temporarily put this together here. And maybe glue it up here. Like that. Now, originally, these were heat stamped. And I think it was in yellow and white. Sometimes white. And I think in this book, I have a picture of that. You know what would be my ideal playset? Is to have a Ford Apache with the Blockhouse over the gate, and then have two blockhouses like this on either end in the front, with two small blockhouses on the back side, and then have a tin two-story headquarters building in the back. That would be my ideal Ford Apache playset. This photograph is really nice. I like the background. They probably got that from like a model train company or something. I've seen those where they make murals so that you can put them in the back of your train sets. And hopefully one day when I'm able to display my things properly, I can also do that because I really love that. It looks really nice. And I like it that they have like dirt and things here and dried grass. That's really cool. Anyway, I just thought I'd do a quick video on this. When buying on eBay, sometimes you get surprised with the things that come along with what you're after. Everyone, I think, was bidding on this, and because these things are not as hard to come by. And it's always good to have extra parts because you never know, you might step on something or it breaks. But I have 8 pieces here. So good stuff to have. All right, guys, that's it. I promised a short video. I just wanted to show off the Blockhouse. Like I mentioned before, I have 2 of these Adobe red ones and 2 of the dark chocolate brown ones. I prefer this color though. Okay, that's it for me. I want to thank you for getting Iggy with it, and thank you for joining the Iggy Army. Those of you who have not done so, why don't you give me a chance? Sometimes my stammering and stumbling is not as bad as other times, so it's not always the same. But I don't know why I have trouble speaking like that. It's a recent phenomenon, though. I don't think I was that bad like 20 years ago. But my thoughts get jumbled up now. So I'll mean to say one thing, and out comes a different word entirely. So I don't know what that's about. Do you want me to say at any rate? I know you guys get $1 each time I say at any rate. At any rate, that should do it for this video, guys. Thank you for coming along. Let's hit the dusty trail. We'll meet up at Roy Rogers Ranch and have a barbecue. Make sure you bring a carrot for Trigger and a dog biscuit for Bullet. Now, that's an example of how I had trouble speaking now. Yesterday, I wanted to say Bullet, and I said Bandit. And Bandit is the dog from Johnny Quest, and not from the old Roy Rogers show. By the way, Iggy's old, but the Roy Rogers show, I think, was canceled when I was born. Same thing with Rin Tin Tin. I think it canceled. When did they cancel Rin Tin Tin? Was it 1959? It was sometime in the 50s. They had a lot of cool adventure shows back then that we're not allowed to have anymore. Should I say goodbye? All right. You guys have had enough. I will talk to you later. I'm going to present to you some more Tempo 7th Cavalry and Indians that I found in the tub that had these things. So I'll be showing those to you in my next video. I'm not quite sure what's going on with my voice. Sounds like I've been at a concert yelling all night long. Maybe I'm getting sick again. I don't know. At any rate, my voice is starting to go, so I'm going to say goodbye. And you guys take care of each other, take care of your families, and keep collecting.